This is a huge documentary, huge subject. I'm interested in how you knew who to focus on, what to focus on. Obviously, you've got a great subject amongst you. How did you kind of find your lens of this story?
How did we find the lens of the story? So we had started in a completely different place with the Sony hack film, and then we realized that the real hack that was happening is the hack of our minds and inside of our computer screens, but it was a very invisible story. And we saw how important this was, really, because we saw how these platforms were used in a positive way in the Egyptian revolution when we made the square. And then we saw that pendulum swing in the other direction and be used for authoritarian regimes and to control people. And then how Facebook was used to manipulate elections in the UK, Brexit, and also in the 2016 election with Trump. And so we really set about, how do you make this invisible story visible? And in that way, you really have to find people that will take you into places that you would never ordinarily get to see. And that was Carole, who was exposing the story. That was Brittany, who was bravely stepping out from inside Cambridge Analytica and talking about what was happening. And it was David, who was saying, I just want to know what happened to my data, and how do I figure out how to do that? I'm going to go to the UK, where there are the laws that I can use in order to get my data back.
And I was going to ask you all as subjects, you, even beyond the news telling of what's happening, you all act quite intimately with them as filmmakers. You expose beyond your professional kind of lives. What kind of relationship did you develop to feel comfortable around these? You knew you were in good hands.
Absolutely. When I first met these two, I could tell that they had spent so many years diving into these issues and understanding all of the different facets of it incredibly intimately. And so the fact that they were able to find the three of us and find through our stories a way to tell the world how important this issue was just incredible. I trusted them after the first interview, and 9 months later we were still filming.
Was it the same for you both?
Yeah, I mean, can I talk about Canada's role in this for you a little bit? What's so fascinating is that Canada has played a really crucial role in this story. And so the company which played a really pivotal role in the EU referendum was based in Victoria, a company called Aggregate IQ. And it was really kind of uncovering them that really led me on the thread to understanding a lot of this story about Cambridge Analytica. And then Chris Wiley, of course, the other whistleblower, he came from Canada. But also, we've been really reliant upon Liz Denham, who's our information commissioner, who's from Canada. Yeah. So anyhow, I just want to thank Canada. They've played a really big role in helping uncover what's going on. So.
Yes, and the same in terms of knowing that the filmmakers started following the journey really early on, like from the beginning, told me that they knew where it was going to go, even in directions that I didn't predict. And when they said, we want to follow you on your journey and make this movie, and I said, you can't make this movie. It's an impossible movie to make because these issues are so complicated and no one can understand them. And they proved me wrong by not only making the film, but getting us here today.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.